Hi, it is 3 o'clock. You say, why does that matter? I've decided that this is every day, or when I can film. I will just film at 3 o'clock. It seems to be the only time that I'm not insane crazy. Well, I haven't been that insane crazy for a week or so. We need to go back in time. I don't know that you've seen the video, because I think there's like 2 or 3 vlogs on the camera that I need to download. And so I'll just put them up so you can see what I was doing. And yes, the tree is still up. I'm having trouble taking... I took the ornaments off it. I took the stockings down. I took all the garland down. But I'm thinking about putting white lights on it and just keeping it up for a while. It makes me happy. So, we had a severe outbreak of COVID. Severe. I mean, the county was seeing over 3,000 a day. We went from single digits to over 3,000. And I was shopping and cooking and doing stuff for several of us. It wasn't just me, you know. And we just could not figure out where it came from. So people started eliminating who they'd been around, who they hadn't been around. And then all of a sudden, the kind of guy that we think might have given it to everybody confessed up that he had COVID around all these people. And he didn't wear a mask or anything. And I just should not really speak on how just freaking mad I was about it. I just shouldn't, because I got livid 2 times in the last month or so. And I do not raise my voice. I do not speak aggressively toward anybody. It's just not my way. I just don't like it. And I don't think it's necessary to communicate. You don't need to raise your voice or be uncivil. And I've been uncivil twice. So I have that going on. So then I am late because I had to drop off some medicine to one of the people to the food share. And I get there and I'm kind of hustling because I have to be there for us to get the food. So I'm hustling. I haven't made any pre-arrangements that anybody else can get it. And a couple people are sitting around talking with no masks on, and they have COVID. They just got their test results back. And I just absolutely went nuts. I went, what the F? I said, I'm out of here. This is just effing ridiculous. And I just got back in my car and went home. I mean, I might have said more than that, but I think that's the best synopsis I can give you. So that's not enough. So I go back the next food share. Because I didn't stop them, they delivered the food. And everybody dispersed it, I guess. So then the next food share I went with disposable masks and said, oh no, this is not going on. Everybody's 6 foot apart, masks, and almost everybody had masks on except for just a couple people because they knew I was mad. Because, I come out of the car with my mask on. And I just said, this is it. Take it or leave it. I said, I'm not here. No food. What do you want? It's simple. These are excellent guidelines that the CDC has set forth for us, and I don't care what you think about them. They're the ones I'm going to use. And that's that. So I get that under control. And I get a lot of apologies, and I actually got a couple cards, and it's like, don't tell me, I stayed far enough away from you. So then, the one thing we have never planned for those that don't know, which everybody should know by now, I belong to a group of people that run on a volunteer, free of charge. We pay for the servers, we pay for the software, everything, to have private forums. Like I have a mommy board, and they're women that have gotten out of abusive relationship that have children or are trying to start over. And it's an excellent place because they give each other a hand up. And it's just really cool. And then a disabled vet. And that got a little hairy when Trump was, to be quite honest, as the president for me. But we never had because it's kind of like this. You're like, if I go on vacation, I go, hey, I'm going to be gone 5 or 6 days. Can somebody take care of my boards if something comes up? We have a general email that can be bounced to any of us. So I just bounce my email to whoever volunteers. And, it's normally like a very low-key, no-problem gig. Everybody just about got COVID, but me. Which I'm grateful for, don't get me wrong. But that meant that I'm getting bounced everybody's emails. And I'm going nuts. I mean, all of a sudden I have no job to a job that I'm working 8, 10, 12 hours a day. I had to call in outside help programmers that I knew. One of my friends that's a teacher at MIT. He's into, he teaches robotics, but he can because I had trouble. I had some just insane trouble. Most of them were around skins, it seemed. And I'm not going to explain that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I don't know how to, fix the Apache and reboot. I mean, I know how to reboot stuff. I just call people up and go, hey, I know you're busy, but please reboot. And they almost always do. And if you've ever waited to have your board rebooted, you understand. So I have literally been in bed for about a week or so. Not sick, just my brain hurt. My brain hurt so bad from all this stuff. I've barely cooked. People are now bringing me meals, and my brain, when Dave called and asked me, he's the guy that sponsors all of our boards, pays for the server bill, the software, which we use very expensive software. He said, are you okay? I said, no, my brain hurts. Help me. And so when he could just rearrange stuff very quickly, he said, stop working. Just stop working. So my brain has hurt. So I've been in bed watching The Real Housewives of New York from the beginning and enjoying every second of it. So that's what I've been doing. We had sad news. For those that have watched for a while, you know who Anita is. Her big puppy dog had to be put down. Ginger, I don't know how old she is. She was up there. but Anita has cried for like 2 days now. Every time I call her, she's crying. I talk to Aunt Sarah, and Sarah says every time she calls her, she just, I mean, she'll like try not to cry, and then she starts crying. Well, for those that haven't gone on the internet, please go on the internet and get your 4 free COVID tests. I will find the link and put it down below. I got mine in a matter of like 4 or 5 days. And I mean, they sent me a thing saying, we got that you need them. They're on their way and they have been delivered. And hopefully I don't need them. And I would go to the free, because we still have free COVID testing. Well, I love you guys, and I will try to put up videos. I plan to, and things just went, they turned into a giant wreck here. It is what it is. Well, I love you guys. And maybe, you know, you can watch like what I was doing before I became a big wreck. Bye.